Hey Capricorn, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Capricorn. Happy day. I hope that you're navigating the throes of Pisces season. It's been a little intense on the emotional front. We've definitely been feeling the feels. The water element is severely heightened in the astrology and the collective right now, excuse me. And, it's just making it everything kind of amplified, everything maybe seeming worse than what it actually is, or just bringing up a lot, right? A lot that like maybe we haven't even been paying attention to, focusing on, etc. Things that might have also been buried beneath the surface. Venus is also in retrograde right now, so it's highlighting difficulties in relationships, in partnerships, places where like, again, either we're coming into tension, conflict with people, how we think, how we process the perspective, or there's also been some past karmas resurfacing, running into past people, places, situations, etc., things that need to be dealt with and addressed and not necessarily swept under the rug. But none of that's easy, right? None of that's easy. We're coming up on a full moon in Virgo. It's going to be a lunar eclipse, which lunar eclipses give us the opportunity to kind of go within, and really assess how things are making us think and feel about what's going on with people and situations, and also encouraging us to make changes and adjustments accordingly, right? So that we're not getting tied into something that really is just not going to work out long term or bottom out, etc., or is built on unstable ground, right? That's why I like to start these readings off with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of that limitation and restriction that we've kind of been facing lately. It's also a really good time to set your own intention for the reading, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them if you want me to look at what's specifically going on for you and your situation. Or if you're looking for more of a rebalancing of your energy, realignment with mind, body, soul. I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness counseling. When we're operating from that space of alignment, it's easier to navigate, right? The trials, the tribulations. It's easier to kind of say this doesn't work for me, or I need to take a break, or I need to rethink this, etc., so that we're not just moving forward blindly, right? And ultimately that aligns us with our happiness and our fulfillment when we are, operating out of our authentic self, our Atma. All right, so with that, all that to say, sorry, I got a little down the rabbit hole, but definitely hit me up if you're interested. All the info to get into contact with me, Capricorn, is in the description box below. I would love to help and support in whatever way possible. All right, with that, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. Ooh. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, sorry. Guardian angels. Mama love. That's like, amen. Sorry, that was like at the tail end and I was like trying not to burn my little fingies. Okay, so let's get into it. So lots of emotions, lots of feels, forcing us to kind of contend with certain things, places that we've let illusion or distraction or superficial things kind of cloud our judgment, with the Pluto tensely aspected to Black Moon Lilith. But it's, you know, and here's the thing, the more that we engage in our quote unquote healing or evolution, our growth, however you want to see it, the more that we actually put energy into that, the better the results are going to be. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's taking away some of the tension, some of the restriction, because we are kind of coming into places where, you know, we don't want to deal with, like, it's like how I was talking about before, past people situations are kind of coming out of the woodwork. They often do in retrogrades, especially with Venus retrograde. Interestingly, your overarching energy is Defiance, right? So maybe places where there has been some defiance in your environment that you're having to contend with. But like I was saying, the astrology is, there's a lot of different planets that are tensely aspected to the vertex point. So we're resisting it. That basically means we're resisting things coming to head, you know, things with situations that maybe we didn't want to deal with. Maybe we were kind of just hoping, crossing our fingers that they would just leave, right? So you have the langueur, the leap of faith. Okay. When have you ever really failed? Is it even an option? If it is, why is that? And what might failure teach you? Could it be that the path you are pushing isn't the right one for you? I love that, because that definitely feels like where this defiance is coming into play, kind of contending with certain things, that choices that you've made that, like, really, again, maybe it made sense on the superficial, but now not so much. And I love this energy for you, Capricorn. Flying fish, rise above. So it's time to be a little bit better, right? Rather than drowned in the negativity, rise above it and nurture positivity until it rains. Be conscious, be purposeful, be light. I really love that, because I think it's so easy, especially when people are being a-holes. Like, I don't know, dude. And it's kind of just like how the nature is right now. There's a lot in Pisces, there's a lot in Cancer as well. So we're seeing, again, that water element super heightened. And like, people who aren't managing their shit are making things very difficult, right? They're kind of bringing up that defiance, or it might just be places where we've had resistance around doing certain things, and now it's kind of getting our, you know, I was gonna say our panties in a bunch, but it's more like I'm hearing that, like, you're coming up against some blocks, some obstacles where maybe, I know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but there is this energy 100% of protection. Maybe where you made a choice based off of, we'll see what the tarot says, but I'm hearing for some of you, like, a choice that you made based off of someone else's information. Yeah, the moon, attraction. What we put out there, that's what we're gonna get back. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm going in like 20 different directions. I'm gonna try to hone myself in right now. So I'm hearing, like, making a decision off of someone, their word, what they said, maybe not really doing enough investigation for yourself. And I think in some ways this is someone that you really didn't want to deal with, is what I'm hearing. It's almost like you were appeasing them or placating them, perhaps at the expense of someone or something else, and even yourself, right? Maybe not 100% realizing it. You've made some changes, though, is what it looks like. And I feel like you're still either at a tug of war with this person, or you're still maybe investing a little bit too much into their energy. Let's see how the tarot plays out. Because you're getting caught in this dynamic of, obviously, the law of attraction, like attracts like, right? If we're afraid, if we keep kind of succumbing to someone or something, then what we want, what we actually validly, legit want to attract is not necessarily going to come, right? And that goes back to this leap of faith that maybe it just wasn't the right thing to begin with. Or maybe it served its course and now it's time to take a different course of action. But it is going to require you, unfortunately or not, to be the better version, to be the better person in this dynamic. I feel like, someone is trying to hold out. Someone's trying to hold out to put they're procrastinating, or they're trying to get you to procrastinate, or like holding off on something. Maybe they said that they would do something and they're just not following through. But it's like procrastination in that way that they have no intention of doing it. It's actually avoidance is what I'm seeing. And it kind of looks like, I don't know, like whatever is transpiring between you two, they're trying to hold on. This does feel a little bit like someone who is changing their tune a little bit, but this is a pattern for them, a pattern where they're really good at, I keep hearing like, I'll change, I'll do it better. There's conversations that are happening that it's not making you, like maybe you're getting your point across because they need you to some capacity. But if they're actually doing it, it doesn't really look like that, right? We have 3 of Wands, the Fool, and the Devil. So this is, this is like procrastination. Someone who's trying to get out of something because they don't really even want to do it. And then it gets blamed on something else, right? Or if you do actually check them up on this, then, right? And the devil is toxic behavior, and Spirit's asking you to rise above, right? Don't drown in the negativity, nourish the positivity. This could be someone who's always glass half empty, always looking at the downside, the negativity. And you're investing in things in a different way. Like you're kind of over this feels a little immature, like someone who just likes to gossip or talk shit about people. That's how they get their sense of value, of worth. And it looks like you're kind of coming from this place of like, it's just not working anymore. Like you within yourself want to feel grounded and stable. Like you're ready to attract some new things. You're ready to kind of like open up the doors, find a little bit more success in your endeavors, maybe put some more money in your pocket. You're wanting to kind of pursue different avenues and different options. And I feel like this person doesn't really like it, and I feel like that's kind of where some of this resistance is coming into play. Like they would rather just, again, hold off, because it's also this element of laziness, right? Like, well, why would I do something if it's not even going to benefit me in the long run anyway? And this, I don't know, this person looks, or this situation looks like it has different intentions in mind. Maybe what they're telling you is not specifically true, is what I'm hearing, because there is this requirement to protect your energy. Okay, even when you fall and wish you could have been more cautious, life should be energizing. Because when you shed your armor and find the courage to dare, those lessons will birth confidence and plant seeds for new adventures and dreams. So I feel like part of this protection is like getting you to evolve, you know, getting you to move on from a person, a situation that really like has kind of, maybe even that you don't see clearly right yet, or maybe fully understand is a better way to say it, but like just someone who's kind of brought a lot of mess, a lot of mess because of the defiance, right? Remember, polarization introduces friction, but listening, empathy, and respect will encourage positive outcomes. Let your voice be heard. Okay, so this is home, family. The 4th house is coming up for you. You know, this is finding a little bit more balance. And again, like you're in this place where you want to feel strong and successful in all your endeavors. Like this feels like a grow up moment for you, or where you've had some realizations and now you're kind of ready to like continue to plug into some stuff, and in a way that is not going to shortchange yourself any longer. And I feel 100% confirmation with that North Node. And I feel like this person, the situation kind of directly affects that. This is a lot about healing. Double confirmation with Chiron, the wound healer. Overcoming the difficulties, Pisces season. And that's really the benefit that Pisces brings to us. Even though it's a lot of emotion, it's a lot of intensity, it can be super overwhelming at times, it's also an opportunity to understand what those feelings, emotions are communicating to us, and how we want things to look a bit different, right? Like how we want to believe in our ideals and our hopes and our fantasies. But we need to protect our energy. And I feel this a lot more just in modern day, where it's important to kind of vet the people, the situations that you're getting involved with, because we're seeing a lot of this manipulative energy come up to try to dictate, lord over, kind of suffocate, and bully you into submission is what I'm hearing. And I feel like, again, there needs to be some awareness for you this week. Like you're moving through this process, try to find that awareness, take a step back, listen, understand what someone is saying, or listen to their words, right? And really kind of hear without judging, but also let it sit and see, is this really vibing with me? You know, does this make sense? Or have we just disconnected? Is it just looking different now, you know, than what it was in the past, or where it benefited me once before? So I really hope this reading helped, Capricorn. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. Definitely drop comments below if it resonated. I love to hear, or just say hey, share, and a little love, a little TLC. I super appreciate all the love and support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way. Excuse me.